What's up, everybody? This is Jose Gagnon, the random guy. 75 here again today. And we are now on episode 23, Thomas and the Special Letter. So get the greatness, have the happy times. And after this episode, we'll only have 3 more episodes left to cover for this season. And then we can finally move on to season 5 with the Mr. Alec Baldwin man. So get the greatness, have the happy times, and let's get the things rolling right now, everybody. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, mans! Always trying to enjoy ourselves every single Friday night, everybody. Yeah.
One evening, Thomas brought his last train to the junction. Percy was glad to see him. Are you on your way to the big station, Thomas? Yes, I am. Why? Because I'm going there too. I think something's up. Toby looked at the sky. Where? Not up there, down here, laughed Thomas. How can something be up when it's down? Thomas was too excited to explain. Boss, my buffers, look over there. Mavis, Boca, Bill, Ben, Donald, Oliver and Douglas paraded past. Good evening, you 3, whistled Donald. Aren't we all a fine sight? Very splendid indeed, admired Toad.
This episode basically is like one of the many episodes where you get to see basically every single, not every single, but mostly every single character that's been introduced in the show so far. Mavis, how they just showed how she was introduced in season 3, Boko from season 2, Donald and Douglas from season 2, Oliver from season 3, and then Bill and Ben from season 2. And of course they'll be showing the other main characters that were all the way back in season 1. So this episode has a whole bunch of the characters all the way from season 1 to now. So it's a very, very crazy, funny episode because of all the characters that have been introduced in the show so far.
We're sorry we can't stop. The Fat Controller wants us all together at the station. What is this about? Asked Thomas. The Fat Controller has a plan, answered his driver. Come on. So they followed the other engines to the big station's end of the line. Hi! Called the Fat Controller. I have an important letter to read from a little girl who is 5 years old. Dear Thomas and all the engines, please can I meet you? My friends say they would like to meet you too. You could come to my house for tea, but my mummy says there aren't any railway tracks to my house. Can you come to the station instead? Thank you very much. It seems, continued the Fat Controller, that there are many girls and boys who would like to meet you. Therefore, we are all going to the big city far away. Hooray, hooray, the engines whistled. Ho! Called the Fat Controller. Other engines will be working here while you are away, so please show them what to do.
What was pretty funny and just random, in the book version of this episode, in the Railway series, instead of going to meet just kids, they were going to meet a whole bunch of random people, in the very big city in London, England. And because basically in the book they talked about how the reason they wanted all of Sir Topham, most of Sir Topham Hatch engines to go to London was because the people that made the letter said that they didn't think that the trains, since they have faces, they didn't think that they were actually like actual trains. So that's why, Sir Topham had decided to go to bring them to London, so that way the people could be shocked and surprised, and see like how amazing the talking trains actually are. But they switched it up in the episode so that they're only just going to see kids now. So that was just a little funny thing that they did, like in the book version in the Railway series of this episode. So I just wanted to talk about that really quick.
As Annie and Clarabelle were going to the big city too, Thomas and Oliver practiced with some other coaches.
Oliver is one of my most favorite characters.
Thomas grew more and more excited. Too excited for his own good. I'm glad I'm a splendid engine, he puffed. The Fat Controller thinks I'm really useful. I had a race with Bertie once. I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from the buffers. Then, Thomas made his mistake.
And now he's basically just gonna, just cause an accident for himself just because he wants to show off to Oliver and talk about his race with Bertie the bus, like I mentioned in a bunch of episodes before. That he had a race with Bertie the bus all the way back in season 1. So, he's basically just going to show off, and by showing off, he's going to have an accident, basically. He's going to have a very bad accident, and it's also, this basically like right now, of, Thomas showing Oliver what to do. This basically takes place the day before they're leaving to go to the big city, so Sir Topham Hatt's going to be super angry and in a very bad mood when he hears about Thomas having his accident.
Just like this, he boasted.
All because he wanted to show off.
No one was hurt, but Thomas's front was badly bent. They telephoned to the Fat Controller. I'll send up the workmen, he said. But if they can't mend Thomas in time, we'll have to go to the big city without him. Poor Thomas. 8 o'clock next morning. The engines waited at the junction. Toby and Percy were each on a truck, and Duck had pushed them into place behind Edward. Gordon, James, and Henry were waiting to lead off. They whistled impatiently. The Fat Controller looked at his watch. I'll wait one more minute for Thomas, then we have to go. Oh, thank goodness you're still here, panted Thomas. I hope we're not late, as it's just after 8. The guard blew his whistle and waved his flag. The engines cheered. Look out, big city, here we come. And the cavalcade puffed away. Later in the big city, all the engines were lined up in a splendid shed. The children were delighted to meet their friends. I'm glad the little girl wrote to us, whispered Thomas to Percy. Isn't it wonderful what happiness
And I'm sure that the kids are all super excited to see, all of these trains with faces, so that they can talk to them, and obviously the trains can tell them about all the amazing adventures that they have had on the railway, to get them all excited and happy and super happy times, pretty much. So that was episode 23. Hope you all enjoyed it very much. And like I said, we basically just got 3 more episodes left to cover in this season. And then we can finally move on to the season 5, which is another really amazing season of this show. So get the greatness, have the happy times, and we will see you all next Friday, where we will be finishing off the last 3 episodes of season 4. Excuse me. So enjoy it. Hope you're gonna enjoy these last 3 episodes, and we will see you all next Friday, everybody. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, mans. You already know that things go here, everybody's. Yeah. Woo!